What is up guys, this is Tito back with another video on the Redmi Note 5 Pro, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you the latest EvolutionX ROM on this device, and I'm going to be talking about why this ROM is much more interesting than it used to be. So here in the Android version section, you can see this is based on Android 10 of course, and then we have the EvolutionX logo up top. We have the device name as Redmi Note 5 Pro or Variant of course. The EvolutionX version is 4.4 underground official build. The security patch is latest of June 5th, 2020. The stock kernel is extended Evo++ kernel here, and you can see the build maintainer's name Zishan, and the build date is 29th June 2020 build. Now first off, let me show you this Xiaomi Parts settings. This is really interesting. It has this headphone gain setting up option. If you feel like the sound output via the headphone jack is a little bit lower, you can adjust the gain and it actually works. And even there is the microphone gain, then there is the earpiece gain. A lot of things are there, even the speaker gain is there. So you can control of course everything over here regarding the sound. You can control the earpiece volume, the speaker volume, the microphone volume and headphone jack's audio volume. All those gains are there. And then we have the audio high performance mode. So this is like if you have a really great headphone, you can use this if you want to. And then we have the Mi Audio Enhancer, and you can use these many options from here. Of course, you guys know the Mi Audio Direct. There is a lot of headphone options and you can use any of them. The sound output via the headphone jack is again amazing over here, not a problem. And you can set a preset from here too if you want. Then we have the FPS info overlay, so you can enable it. And as you can see, as soon as I do that, the FPS info appears on the left top and it works super fine here. It is showing me 60 FPS pretty much. So yeah, this FPS info is really helpful. And then there is this backlight dimmer which dims the display even more when you are using at low brightness at night. So yeah, this feature actually works and it works amazingly well. Then we have this display calibration mode, and from here you can control the saturation value, contrast, hue, and then we have the red, green, blue, minimum kind of settings. So yeah, a lot of settings are there in this kind of Xiaomi Parts settings. Here we have the ambient display gestures. There is this proximity wake. Let me enable this feature, and over here let me just use this hand wave or just like this. Okay, so as you can see it worked. Let me do it again. Okay, now it worked. Okay, right now again it worked. So yes, these features does work amazingly well here. You should not worry about these ambient display features either. And there is also an option which says enable USB fast charge. That means whenever you are connecting to your PC or somewhere, as you can see, if it's a USB 3.0 port, it can charge up to 900 milliamperes. So that's really cool feature in my opinion again. Then we have this torch brightness value. Let me show you what it actually does. If I put the value to 1, now let me just like enable the torch. As you can see, it's not so bright. If you're noticing at my hand here, it's not so bright at all. It is really dim over here. Now if I turn it off and increase the brightness of this, now if I enable the torch, as you can see, it is a lot more powerful. So you can even control the brightness of this torch. So that is a really interesting feature in my opinion that you cannot control in other ROMs mostly. So yeah, this is really cool features in my opinion, but you cannot like control it on the go. So you have to like turn off the torch, then set it up again. The EvolutionX mode is set to enforcing by default. You can turn it off over here. And then we have the vibrator intensity of this like whole UI. Like whenever it gives you a haptic feedback, you can control that value of that vibration from here. I put it to 40% because I feel it's decent enough. But with the default settings, yes, it is a bit higher. Now let me go into the system, and here we have the system updater. So from here you can check for updates, and then we have the gestures and stuff. Okay, I went to date. So inside gestures, as you can see, this is the Android 10's gesture. They are working super fine, no issues at all. And in the settings we have the gesture bar adjustment size, and from here you can adjust this pill bar size over here. And then we have the like other settings over here. You can enable or disable, or you can increase or decrease as you're liking. And you can also use 2 and 3 button navigation if you want to on this ROM. Now let's just quickly talk about the flashing procedure of this ROM. And here I flashed it with the latest Orange Fox recovery, which is version R10.1_3. I used that particular recovery, and with that I was on the latest firmware 2 11.0.3 global. to be precise. So I did not need to flash the firmware here because I was already on that firmware. If you're not on the latest firmware, I would suggest you flashing the latest firmware, then flashing the ROM, and you just reboot. So that's it. And here I just like wiped cache, Dalvik system data, because I came from a different custom ROM over here. I think it was Dirtfist or something. And of course we do not need any GApps because this EvolutionX comes with the GApps inbuilt with the ROM file itself. Now let me show you the stock camera. This is the MIUI camera, and with that the front camera and stuff does work. Let me show you. As you can see, the front camera LED also works. If you guys don't remember, yes, this like device has this really cool feature of this front flash. Let me turn it off. And in terms of the video mode, on the front camera we can shoot up to 1080p 30 and 720p 30 and 480p 30. So everything is in 30 fps on the front camera. And on the back camera you can shoot up to UHD 4K 30 fps, and then the 1080p 30, 1080p 60, and then 720p 30 fps options are there. And the portrait mode and stuff should work fine over here too, so that's not a problem. I really like this feature that the stock camera is MIUI camera, so I don't have to flash any ANX camera or something separately, so that really makes a difference. Now let me show you the stock launcher. To the left we have this Google's Discover page, and swiping up gets you to the app drawer. Swiping down over here gets you to this quick settings panel, and the widgets and stuff should be working fine. Let me add one. So as you can see, I just added this widget. It is working fine, so no issues. Here let me show you the stock wallpapers. So we have this come alive section wallpapers from where you can download these live wallpapers, and there are some like preloaded, and inside Living Universe we have more live wallpapers here. So no issues with the live wallpapers. If you want to have the MIUI 12 kind of live wallpapers, you can click on the card right here. And if you scroll down, there are a lot of wallpapers over here too. By default you can use them. Inside styles you can customize a theme from here, as you can see, and you can choose between bunch of accent colors, as you can see. So yeah, a lot of accent color options are there, but I'll show you the customizations later on. Now let me go back. We have some clock customizations too. So that is cool that we get this kind of like settings of the clocks over here. And in the quick settings panel, here we have the screen recording option. As you can see, this is the OxygenOS kind of screen recorder, from where you can change the resolution, the bit rate, then the number of frames, and then audio source you can change it to internal source or microphone as you like it. And video orientation and stuff, those things are there. Over here you can add a bunch of toggles from here too. As you are noticing, there are a plethora of options of the quick setting toggles. You can add any of them from here. Like there is also this nearby share and stuff. So yep, a lot of features are there. Then we also have this FPS info over here, so you can enable it just from here. So that's really cool. And if you're noticing, this top area shows EvolutionX, that is because I set a like header image over here, like it's a custom header image. I mean, the option is there to choose this EvolutionX logo, but it is not there by default, so you have to set it up manually if you want this look. And of course you can have the backlight dimmer, then the heads up notification and stuff, those things are there too. Now let me show you the battery settings. Here is how it looks like. We have the battery temperature on the bottom, then smart charging feature is there, adaptive battery is there, battery saver mode is there of course, and you can check the full usage from here. I would say the battery life is pretty decent, won't be too bad if your battery's health is actually good. In the display settings, we have the lock screen display. From here you can enable the always on display too if you want. Why would someone enable the always on display on a IPS display? Because it will like drain a lot of battery. And here we have the brightness level and dark theme, night light, etc. options are there. Inside live display there is nothing, as you can see it shows empty. And let me scroll down, we have the rotation, display size, etc. Double tap to wake is there, and this feature does work super fine. Let me scroll down, we have the sound settings. Here we have the screenshot sound, etc. Of course the Mi Audio Direct is not here because it's in the Xiaomi Parts. And here we have the vibrate and haptic feedback customization, and in-call haptics are there, and then you can control the ringtone vibration pattern from here. And inside security we do have the fingerprint option and the face unlock. Now let me quickly show you the fingerprint scanner speed first, then I'll show you the face unlock. And as you can see, the fingerprint scanner speed is really fast. I do not have any issues over here with the fingerprint scanner. Let me do it with the right hand finger, and as you can see it is fairly fast. I have no issues with the fingerprint scanner. It unlocks almost 100% of the time, and it is very reliable and fast here. As you can see, no issues with the fingerprint scanner here at all. Now let's just set up the face unlock here. Okay, the setting up was like pretty fast, I guess. And as you can see, the face unlock works amazingly fast here. Here I have my 5 fingers, so I'm not touching the fingerprint scanner. And as you can see again, the face unlock works like really well, and it is like too fast in my opinion. But yes, there is that bug, like the wallpaper comes into this kind of section, as you are noticing here. As you can see, it comes into this, then when it unlocks it becomes full screen. So yeah, this thing is there by default, I guess. I mean, this bug is there. Now let's jump into the customizations here. Here we have the about EvolutionX, where you can donate to the developers, of course, and inside themes we have the accent colors, and here you can choose between these many options over here. Plethora of options you get for the accent colors. This is what I like about EvolutionX, about like the so much customization are there. And inside accent color picker we have this picking option, so you can pick any kind of accent color. Then we have the headline and body fonts, plethora of body fonts again. And here we have the icon shapes, you can change between these many options. And then we have the rounded, filled, circular, etc. icons. And we have the quick setting toggle style over here. I changed it to cookie, so that is why it is looking like this. It does not look like this by default. And here we have the header image section, and from here you can set it to static, and then from this pick image from collection, and from here just choose this EvolutionX dark and choose this one if you want to get this kind of look over here. Then we have the quick setting header color, new tint style, etc. and the blur behind the quick setting panel is there. And inside status bar we have the clock options. You can customize the clock of the status bar thoroughly. Like right now, as you can see, it shows the date, like the time and AM PM over there. You can even add seconds and stuff. So yeah, you can increase the fonts, etc. Then we have the battery bar. If you want to enable this, you can. Carrier label customization, network traffic indicator is there if you want to use that. Rounded corners option is there, so you can add some status bar padding and stuff. Then we have the status bar icons. Here we have the headset, Bluetooth, etc. icons. We have the privacy indicators. Then status bar logo is there. You can have a custom logo over here, like of Apple or something. Then we have the battery style, and then there is the big circle. As you can see, I have chosen to be big circle, but you can choose to anything over here. And big circle looks quite good. And here the battery percentage, I have set it to inside the icon. You can change it to next to the icon too if you want that. Let me scroll down. We have the 4G icon instead of LTE. Then again we have a VO Wi-Fi icon, so that is a really interesting thing. As you can see, it shows VO Wi-Fi icon, enabled VO Wi-Fi instead of VoLTE, etc. I don't have a SIM card in the device, so yeah, I cannot show you guys that. But yes, this option is there. You can try it if you want to. And from this VO Wi-Fi icon style, you can choose what UI you want the icon to be looking like. Like you can choose the OxygenOS, Motorola, Asus and MUI. So that are really cool in my opinion. And then we have the VoLTE icon, the actual VoLTE icon. You can set it to VO, VoLTE, OxygenOS, HD, Wallet, Asus, and you can see a lot of icons option are there even for the VoLTE. Inside notifications, we have the heads up disabling option. Then we have the pulse on, always on. So yep, this feature is there, but it drains quite a lot of battery because it keeps pulsing on whenever there is a notification, just like this. Looks very beautiful, but yes, drains a lot of battery, so be careful about that. And you can change the custom color of the pulse like notification, and you can change these settings too. We have the battery charging light. You can have it in do not disturb and stuff. This is the notification LED. It does work fine here. Then we have the force close notification and stuff. Then the notification vibration option is there. Blink for incoming call, flashlight is there, and blink for call waiting is there too. Inside quick settings, we have the vibrate on toggle touch, quick pull down, smart pull down, both are there. Then we have the column and row number customization, of course. Settings icon, you can disable that, and edit icon, you can enable or disable that. Inside power menu, we do have the advanced reboot option. Then we have the advanced reboot on the lock screen too. My power button is kind of broken, but let me show you. Here from the advanced settings, you can directly reboot to recovery or fast boot from here. Inside gestures, we have the ASP gestures again of this system navigation gestures. Then we get into the interesting part. Here we have the swipe to screenshot, the brightness control by sliding a finger on the status bar. Let me show you. As you can see, this like swipe to screenshot is there, and this is the Asus kind of screenshot gesture over here, where you can take a long screenshot, you can edit them, share them or delete them from here. So this is a really cool feature, but you have to set it manually. I'll show you how can you do that later on. We have the screen off power button toggle torch. This feature does work fine too over here. Then automatic turn off torch is there in case if you forget too much stuff, like just like me. Then we have the double tap to sleep on the status bar and lock screen, both works fine. Here we have the lock screen settings, and pocket detection is there, fingerprint authentication vibration is there, but there is no always unlock with the fingerprint scanner, which I really miss over here. And the charging info is there, it shows the charging info. The charging time is pretty fine, does not take too much time, but yes, it is not fast, of course, as much as 18-watt charger or something. And here we have the clock and date position customization of the lock screen. You can like change the fonts, the style of on the lock screen clock. So yep. Then we have the charging animation to, you can set it to flash, battery, drop, etc. Then you can change this media cover art and stuff like that. Inside navigation, we have the enabling option of the 2 or 3 button navigation. You can invert the layout from here too, of course. Kill app button and stuff is there. Let me go back to the animations. Here we have the screen of animation and styles of the quick setting toggle. You can change the animation of this to flip or rotate. So yeah, the whole UI animation is there, and you can change the screen of animation to CRT or scale, of course. I have set it to scale. Inside MISC, the smart pixel mode is there. You can have 75% of the screen pixels disabled. So yep, and gaming mode is there. Wake up on charge is there. Charging animation is there. You can disable the wake up on charge again. And here we have the screenshot type. Make sure you set it to this take full screenshot and extended screenshot if you want that long kind of screenshot scrolling. And then we have the ambient display brightness control. Then we have the USB configuration, and you can change it to file transfer so that whenever you connect a USB cable to the PC, on the PC it will open the files of the phones, of course. So as you can see, it passes the safety net test. So that means the Google Pay or any other banking app should work right out of the box here. You should not worry about banking apps in this ROM. You won't even need Magic Hide to use banking apps. And with this LED RGB remote app, I have tested the IR blaster present on the device, and that is working totally fine with this LED RGB remote app. And of course, anywhere in the UI, you can just swipe from the bottom corner and get the Google Assistant triggered right just like this. Now let me open a couple of apps and show you guys the app open up speeds and the RAM management here. Okay, so it shows white. Let's open Facebook, Twitter, Play Store, Flipkart. Now let's open YouTube. Now let me open this LED RGB remote app again. Safety net test. Now let me open all the apps from memory. And as you can see, all the apps are in memory. You can scroll through them as you can see. Let me open Chrome now. Let's go to home. Let's go Twitter, Play Store again. So yeah, all the apps are in memory, but yes, the experience is not too great, but like this is an old device, right? It is working great with the app opening up speeds and the RAM management. It is holding up really well, even though I think this is a 4GB RAM variant. I don't remember. Yeah, it is a 4GB RAM variant. So here the performance over here is really great while switching between apps. As you can see, all the apps does stay in memory. No issues with app opening up speeds or the memory management here. Everything is holding up pretty well here. And here is the benchmarks of this ROM. I would say this EvolutionX is really great if you want a really stable custom ROM with a lot of customizations that would just work all the time. So that's been it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel down below if you have not yet. This is Tito from KDN Tech signing off for today. I will be catching you guys in the next one. Bye bye now.